Hey everybody, welcome to the beach. Here I am here, and if you watched the last video where I reviewed Robin 89, I filmed this video just a couple seconds right after I finished that one, so I went right from one to the other here. So it's still a beautiful day here at the beach, and I thought, what better comic to review at the beach than DC's 2018 Beach Blanket Bad Guy, 10 swinging supervillain stories. And I thought I'd do this one because it's an 80-page giant, and at $9.99, I'm thinking a lot of people passed on this one, and a lot of comic book stores probably didn't carry it, or didn't buy a lot, didn't stock up a lot of it, just because that sticker shock of that $10 price tag. But I gotta say, the cover of this is very misleading. I really didn't know anything about it when I bought it. Figured it's 10 probably quick stories. It looks pretty lighthearted and fun, but it is not. The cover is really misleading. So the first story is pretty cool. It's written by Lee Bermejo, and the art is by Francisco Mattei, who has become just like a superstar of the alternate cover world. I mean, his covers are amazing, but his art looks a lot like Lee Bermejo's art, in the like sort of like painted realistic sort of feel it is. And if you see right away, man, look at this Joker face, dead victim on the beach. Like, this is not what I was expecting. And this was kind of a cool story. It starts on Breyfogle Island. Gotta love that they put that there. And it is sort of like the fight scene in Batman v Superman, where Batman fights Superman. But instead of Batman fighting Superman, here it says worst finest, it is the Joker Batman, or Batman as the Joker. Or I know there's a Funko Pop of this, I'm not really sure, fighting Bizarro. And it kind of goes through all the beats of the story, and the art is just beautiful. I mean, the art is amazing. And it goes through all the beats, like here's Superman getting shot by the bullets, and, all this stuff that we're used to, but does it instead with a little Bizarro take on it. And it's really not much to it. The second one is a Lex Luthor story, which I really liked. It just kind of, Jeff Loveness wrote it. I don't really know who he is, but it just kind of goes through how much Lex Luthor hates Superman, and how Superman can help change people's lives and made this guy a good guy, and now he tries to help others, and Lex is just like, he doesn't even want help from this guy, and the guy won't take payment for helping him because that's what Superman would do, and it just annoys the heck out of Lex. This kind of is like the cover, I guess, where it's kind of fun. I just noticed the yacht says Lex's Lady. Funny. But the artwork's kind of serious. Like, this isn't like a fun looking artwork, but it's Mr. Freeze. And let's see, who wrote this? This was written by Paul Dini. Oh, that's right. It feels very Paul Dini, very animated show. And so written art by John Paul Leon. I'm not sure who that is, but it kind of involves Mr. Freeze getting upset because he sees like a Mr. Softy kind of ice cream, but instead it's Mr. Freeze's ice cream. And so he takes those people up in his giant robot and has a little talk with them, and then they promise him to that they'll still go. What do they promise? I forget this here. Now they promise that they'll keep his name, wholesome, I guess, or something, and then he helps take out their competitor who was being mean to them, and he enjoys a nice cone. So that was kind of fun. This one, I think this was about Cheetah, right? Yeah, this was about the cheetah. This was a cool story. Wasn't too memorable. If you like Cheetah, you'd like this one. And then there's a Black Manta story, which is kind of cool, getting ready for the movie. He's kind of being a jerk to these people, but looking for treasure, and then he's nice, and when he's nice, the treasure falls apart. And there's a Giganta story. This was very kind of predictable, where she goes back to her high school and gets to have revenge on the bullies. Then this is where it gets real dark. There's this Gorilla Grodd story with the Flash, where Gorilla Grodd is just killing everybody, and it Tim Seeley wrote it. It's great, and it talks about Gorilla Grodd as a baby and his mother fighting for life and his mother dying, and oof, man. And then there's a Deathstroke story, which this is a really good Deathstroke story, but it involves this little girl hiring Deathstroke to want to kill her evil stepdad, and I don't even want to tell you what's in the story. I want you to go read it. This is a story worth reading. Like, this was a really great story, and it has this really cool twist at the end that I just don't even want to tell you because I don't want to spoil it for you. So that story alone is worth the $9.99. The first story, the art alone, is worth the $9.99. I mean, this book is this was one of these $9.99 books that after I read it, I was like, okay, that was worth it. That was really good. I got my money's worth. 10 stories. You figure that's 99 cents a story. It was really good. So Deathstroke here, I am not going to spoil that one. But what came next? Then there was a Penguin story as a young kid. This one was kind of fun. Penguin sees this guy, and he's afraid to talk to this girl. And so then this other guy comes over and says, "Hey, I'll be your trainer, and we can work out." And Penguin finds out how much Penguin likes this girl. I forget her name. It's got some I forget what it is. Some kind of like high society name, like Jasmine St. Clair or something, or what is it? Why can't I find it? I gotta find it because I just have to say it just to say it here. Oh, Veronica. What's her name? Veronica. What is it? Why can't I find the name? Veronica Verlund. That's how I knew it was. Sounds like a Gotham Society girl. So then this guy, the trainer, tries to help Oswald out by going over, talking to her, try to tell her about Oswald, see if he can set Oswald up. Oswald sees it, thinks they're going behind their back, and then what does he do? He murders him with an umbrella. Yes, that's not quite what the cover would lead you to believe, where Joker's, look at the Joker putting Big Belly Burger fries on Harley, ha ha ha. No, this is murdering the guy. And then at the end, the Penguin finds out why the guy was really there and feels really bad about it and just grows up to be the mean, awful, whack, whack Penguin. And then this last one, holy crap. This last one is about the, what is it called? The Villain Syndicate? I forget, on Earth 3 where they're evil. Holy cow. It starts off, I don't even want to show you where it starts off because it would be rated NC-17. And this is just like hardcore, like rated R movie stuff. And it ends with Night Owl, like just, not Night Owl, because that's Watchmen, but whatever he is, Owlman, I think, taking over all of them and just bringing them to their knees. And, man, that is worth, I hope DC is going to do something with this. Like, this is leading off to another story, because that last story was shocking and amazing, and you just have to read it. I don't even want to say what it is because I'll get flagged on YouTube for inappropriate content or something. It was pretty crazy. So anyway, that's a quick little run through of Beach Blanket Bad Guys, and if you can pick it up, or if DC does like a special or something, if the $9.99 was too much for you, pick it up because it is actually a really, really good read. And so from the beach, we will say see you next time from the beach.